You ever watch someone fumble a golden opportunity in real time? Like, just absolutely drop the bag in front of the world? Because that's exactly what's happening with Dillon Gabriel in Cleveland right now. And if you blinked, you probably missed a precise moment the quarterback competition went from tight race to full-on takeover. We're talking about a guy drafted for his size. I mean, seriously, arm strength, thickness, whatever they want to call it. And now he's getting outplayed in broad daylight by a fifth-round rookie who wasn't even supposed to be here. And the Browns front office is scrambling to pretend this is still close. If you're into the real story and all the messy twists they don't show on highlight reels, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're sticking around to see how this Browns QB chaos plays out, you should definitely be subscribed. Please, this competition was over before it started. Let's break it down. So remember when the Browns used a third-round pick on Dillon Gabriel? Because apparently he looked like an NFL quarterback. You know, big frame, sturdy build, thick legs, pro-style body. Like that's what wins games in 2025. Not intelligence, not accuracy, not leadership, just vibes and biceps. Cool plan, guys. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders, yes, Coach Prime's son, the guy who threw 72% in college, was sitting right there, and the Browns took him late like he was some project, like he wasn't literally rewriting NCAA record books while playing under the most pressure-filled microscope in the country. And now, Shedeur's completing nearly 78% of his throws in training camp, and Gabriel is getting outthrown by backup tight ends in drills. I'm not even being dramatic. It's that lopsided. Let's talk numbers. Dillon Gabriel, 54% completion rate in camp. Zero rhythm, spotty decision-making, missing checkdowns, late on slants. Arm looks heavy, feet look jittery, no touch on intermediate throws. Every drop back feels like he's trying to prove something. Spoiler alert, he's not. Now flip it. Shedeur Sanders, 77.8% completion rate, 9 touchdowns, 1 pick, touch, timing, swagger, calm under pressure. Commanding the huddle like he's been in the league for 5 years. This isn't just flashes of potential. This is full-blown readiness. And the Browns? Still giving Gabriel the majority of first-team reps, like it's 1984, and the guy with the biggest helmet wins the job. What are we doing? And I get it, this is the NFL. Teams don't like to admit they missed on draft picks. But let's be honest. Dillon Gabriel was picked based on a PowerPoint presentation and vibes. That's it. He had one solid year at Oklahoma, and suddenly everyone's acting like he's the next Drew Brees. Look at the tape. Look at the pocket mechanics. Look at how he folds under pressure. Meanwhile, Shedeur, he's been dissecting defenses since before he had facial hair. His poise? Unreal. His reads? Next level. His football IQ? Let's just say there's a reason NFL veterans are already calling him coach on the field. The fact that he's not getting all the reps at this point is malpractice. And don't even get me started on the fans. Browns Nation has eyes. They're not buying the competition narrative anymore. They see who's throwing darts in camp and who's lobbing hospital balls into coverage. The fans are chanting for Shedeur. Kids are showing up with number 2 jerseys. The social media clips are going viral every day. Shedeur dropping dimes in the red zone, rolling out with perfect footwork, leading 2-minute drills like a surgeon. Meanwhile, Gabriel's trending because he threw an out route into a Gatorade cooler. It's not even funny anymore. It's just awkward. Now let's talk attitude. Gabriel, he's frustrated, and it shows. Sources are whispering that he's visibly rattled by the pressure, overthinking reps, getting flustered when drills go south. Reporters are saying he's tight in the pocket. Translation, he's folding like laundry when the pocket collapses. And Shedeur, he's chilling, literally dancing between reps, laughing with teammates, running up to give receivers props, having fun, playing free, and still torching the defense like it's nothing. This isn't cocky. This is composed. Here's the thing the Browns front office doesn't want to admit. You can't coach this. You can't teach what Shedeur has. That command. That presence, that you just know feeling when he walks into a room. Gabriel might have the bulk. He might have the seniority. But Shedeur has the juice, the skill, the future. And the Browns are sitting on a gold mine, pretending it's a coin flip. Let's be real. Cleveland has one job right now. Don't screw this up. Shedeur is your guy. He's been your guy. He is the guy. You can't talk about competing for championships while giving first-team reps to someone who can't hit a curl route in shorts. You don't have time to wait and see. Start him. Build around him. Back him. Because let me tell you, if Shedeur ends up on the bench week 1 while Gabriel waddles out there and puts up 9 for 23 with 2 picks, this fan base is going to riot. I don't care who you are. Even Tom Brady didn't put up a 78% completion rate in NFL camp. And no QB in NCAA history has ever completed 72% in college like Shedeur did. That's not a fluke. That's historic. That's rare. That's generational. You don't bury that on the depth chart behind a guy who looks like a fullback and throws like a punter. You build your team around it. You move heaven and earth to support it. You ride the lightning. And if you're not serious about winning. Period. You can throw all the old-school draft logic and muscle-bound scouting cliches in the trash. This league is about execution, intelligence, poise, accuracy. And Sanders has all of it. Let Gabriel cry into his protein shake. Let the coaching staff figure out how to walk it back without admitting they whiffed on a third-rounder. Cleveland's future is here. It's wearing number 2, and it's already better than they expected. Training camp QB battles are equal parts football and mind game. It's one thing to throw well in drills. It's another to own the mental battlefield. And right now, Gabriel is losing the internal war. We're hearing from inside sources. He's second-guessing reads, hesitating pre-snap, and reacting instead of dictating. In contrast, Shedeur shows signs of calm focus. His eyes track blitz patterns before the snap. He scours defenses during cooldowns. He doesn't panic when throws are off. He just adjusts and moves on. That contrast is more than physical. It's mental dominance. And mental dominance is what separates good from great QBs. Coaches design packages with both QBs in mind. Quick game sets for Gabriel and downfield reads for Shedeur. Now, those plans are shifting. We're seeing scrimmage designs lean toward play action, horizontal tempo, route combinations that accentuate Sanders' strengths. If Gabriel stays the leader, those schemes go unused, wasted assets. The real question, will the coaches admit that Sanders' strengths justify a scheme undoing they already built? That's football pragmatism, not ego. Wide receivers, tight ends, running backs. They all pivot based on who's under center. When Shedeur executes flawlessly, it boosts everyone's morale. Receivers run cleaner routes. Linebackers commit less fast. Tight ends hold their blocks longer. RBs time their reads better. With Gabriel, we're seeing hesitation cushion misreads. The yardage gap between QB1 and QB2 isn't always physical. Sometimes it's trust. An offensive rhythm relies on trust. You might wonder, what does the QB competition have to do with punts and field goals? Plenty. A team with a strong QB can stay aggressive inside 50. They trust their leader to convert third downs or flip field position. With Gabriel's erratic camp performance, punting becomes a default. With Shedeur, you gamble. You take shots. You chase points. That mentality trickles down to special teams aggressiveness. Fake punts, surprise onside kicks, daring returns. Sanders can reshape Cleveland's tripod. Offense, defense, special teams become dynamic. If Sanders wins a job and performs, Cleveland faces a cap decision, tag or extend. Starting him means negotiating before his rookie contract ends, planning for comp picks, and declining veteran extensions. If Gabriel starts, Sanders enters the final year of his deal still unproven. The Browns front office must decide, pay for upside now or delay at their peril. Right now, narrative control is critical. Half the talking points are reactive. Gabriel needs help, Sanders poised. Depth chart shift incoming. Every practice, interview, clinic counts. If Cleveland allows media swirl to define the story, they cede control. If they preempt it, elevating Sanders publicly, Feeding fan confidence, momentum flips fast. Naming Sanders starter gives a PR team a lens. They can align every community event, jersey launch, brand partnership with him. It becomes their narrative, not the media's. The Browns haven't built a QB since 90s legend Bernie Kosar. They've had flashes, but no foundational face. What happens if they let a rookie fifth-rounder fade for ego reasons? That's not just a talent loss. That's a culture signal. We protect picks, not players. Now, they can flip that message. Talent is recognized. Effort is rewarded. Legacy matters, but not pedigree. That's culture reset, not window dressing. Fans are louder than press conferences. A single reel of Sanders smoking tight window throws gets 1M views. But Gabriel struggling on out route? Crickets. The timing of social media momentum can alter staff decisions. Fan excitement means attendance, apparel, sponsorships. Sanders is trending. Gabriel is forcing dad jokes to the sidelines. If Gabriel remains QB1 now, Shedeur becomes QB2 shelf life? Months. He learns, yes, but warms the bench. That's not development. That's regret by January. Sanders needs live reps. He needs backup time when things go wrong, not warm up 5 plays and bench. They either commit and shape roster around him or risk wasting him. Picture week 5, prime time rush, opponent blitzing from everywhere. Here's the quarterback world's magic test. Can he see it all? Trust his protection and deliver? That's the challenge for Cleveland's front loaders. With Gabriel, they'll protect finally and run for 10 yards. With Sanders, they'll attack routes deeper, layer pressure picks, chain protections, force defenses to respect him. That's not next-level thinking. That's franchise thinking. QB competition ties in with roster building. If Shedeur is starter, free agent spend shifts, safety repair, cornerback help, edge rush, nickel sets. They boost pass rush. If Gabriel remains, they prioritize extra tackle for safety. Signal matters. AFC North is no joke. Ravens quarterback room on offense. Steelers mixing vets and rookies. Bengals fully MSN. Where does Cleveland fit? With Sanders at QB, they become dark horse. They throw scripts at teams expecting vanilla, run-heavy offense. With Gabriel, they become ledger. Complexity neutral. Division see a new powerhouse, or the same title mule. Kevin Stefanski is a play caller. He needs a ladder. Will he climb with Sanders? Or drag behind conservative hierarchy? If he remains cautious, he risks losing support from ownership and fans. If he is bold, he transforms his own narrative. Either way, naming Shedeur starter forces a decision from the coach. Cleveland City culture has grit, authenticity. They don't want flash. They want real. Sanders delivers that. A kid who owns mistakes, celebrates hard, speaks the truth. Gabriel, he's still somewhat outside the story. That mystique doesn't sell tickets or connection. Cleveland thrives on TikToking energy. Shedeur carries that tag already. It sounds dramatic, like college talk, but camps rarely replicate NFL season stretches. October hits, weather changes. Films double. Snap counts triple. If Shedeur starts now, he faces that wall early. But facing early adversity means early adaptation. Benching means facing it unseasoned later. He needs reps to build durability, not preserve it. The Browns are trending. Kraft tribute, front office protest, rookie gamble. If you position Sanders early, every spotlight game becomes Cleveland's billboard. National games paint QB narratives quickly. If they wait, he's named amid spectacle. He stumbles. Draft pressure hits. Start clean, grip control. There's a quiet movement across the NFL. Data over pedigree, not calculated windows. Sanders fits that shift. High completion, low turnover, decision intelligence. Gabriel fits the old guard. Big hit power, physical looks. If Cleveland leans into data, they signal new direction. Sanders is the rookie everyone knows. Naming him starter? That's a marketing engine. Rookie card launches jersey collabs, talk show circuit. Front office gains revenue. They lock in the next era. Gabriel? Not the same dollar appeal. Remember the Mac Jones versus Cam Newton trade? Cam drafted first round after blocking someone out. They still stuck with Mac. Guess what happened? Cleveland has a chance to avoid that trap. If Sanders starts, Gabriel shifts to mentorship role, maturing teammates, absorbing legacy. If Gabriel stays, Sanders on bench, mentorship pressure too soon. Not his DNA. Let them build around confirmed leader, not hopeful prospect. This is more than QB battle. This is Cleveland's identity test. For coach, ownership, and myself as fan watching live, we want bold. We want identity. We want franchise. Sanders gives us that. Cleveland either leans into it, or regret becomes headline. The silent shift that screams loudest. There's a moment in every QB battle when tension goes from close to crushing. Right now, around Berea, a seismic shift is happening. So quiet you almost miss it, yet so powerful it shakes locker room dynamics. The transformation isn't flashy. It's in the rhythm of practice, the bluntness of execution, and the quiet confidence of a rookie quarterback who was never supposed to be here. Shedeur Sanders slipped through late in the draft, a project in some circles. But now, he's writing the story, and Dillon Gabriel is being left in the margins. The momentum that doesn't wait. Momentum is like a freight train. You feel it on the ground before you hear the whistle. With Sanders, that sensation is undeniable. Every time he releases a throw, it carries conviction, timing, intention. Teammates respond. Routes sharpen. Line calls come in sync. Enthusiasm trails behind him like a shadow. Coaches mutter about momentum in the meeting rooms because they feel it, even if they can't chart it. Meanwhile, Gabriel's reps have that static energy, the kind that slows everything down. And in the NFL, the slow lanes are sinking lanes. The weight on the sidelines. When a coach looks down the sideline, he isn't just seeing players. He's seeing belief. You see it in smiles, shoulder slaps, eyes that lock on the next throw like it already belongs there. Sanders commands that line look. His presence lifts crowds, elevates scenery, projects a future. Gabriel, meanwhile, the size, the brawn, he's holding the rope, not sprinting with it. That difference? It's seismic. From the press box to the water table, everyone feels which side the wind is blowing toward, breaking the script. The Browns didn't script this narrative. They didn't sense it in round 5 during draft night. Not like this. But good scripts evolve. They adapt. And if Dawson's wisdom says one thing, it's that the NFL doesn't reward plans. It punishes rigidity. Shedeur's performance is forcing an unscripted rewrite. The offense is adjusting, more quick decisions, motion-heavy tempo, pre-snap audibles. The shift says more than words ever could. The game plan is bending toward him because results demanded it. The betrayal of fake security. Third rounder isn't an endorsement. It's a paycheck expectation. Gabriel got drafted because he looked like a safe bet. But what is safe if it doesn't deliver? Asking the question is betrayal, not to the pick, but to blind optimism. There's a crisis brewing, a comfortable choice that fails to meet challenges. Security, in sports, only protects if it can win. And Gabriel? He's losing ground, not because of off-field distractions or injury, but because a field doesn't lie. The hidden fracture in the booth. Media friendliness only cuts so deep. Inside the booth, there's a whisper network, a legend about a guy who dances to the pocket with purpose, who commands respect when he steps off the bus. Another whisper? A guy who wrenches hands, hesitates, asks instead of tells during critical drills. That gap tears locker rooms. When veteran protectors want to rally around a confident voice, and that voice isn't there, it fractures chemistry. The atomic spark isn't on another practice day. It's when they walk off the field together, and one quarterback looks stronger while the other looks unsure. The cultural drain of indecision. Football is forced narrative. It demands decisions. Cleveland can't coast on tryouts forever. The city is thirsty for clarity. It's tired of waiting, rewaiting, hoping again. That noise filters down into parking lots, radio talk shows, tailgates, the rumble of communal impatience. It's louder with every Sunday where they still don't know who's under center. And if the Browns insist it's still 5-0-5-0, that denial could cost more than stats. It could cost belief. The unspoken threat of what could have been There's a silent, sharp-edged threat growing behind Sanders' rise. The unspoken, what if? If Gabriel starts and falters, even slightly, Cleveland won't just remember the loss. They'll remember the path untaken, the arms and legs left unused, the draft day oversight that echoed through the season. That threat lives in every analyst's timeline, every frustrated fan's post, every scoreboard highlight show. The franchise either embraces that what if and pivots, or lets it haunt them, the moment you can't fake. When Shedeur runs out to take first-string reps with full house energy, fans chanting, cameras rolling, you don't need analysts to say it's over. That moment is real life. If Schraff Stadium shoots into a loop, if offensive gear clicks differently, if urgency shifts from wait and see to watch 'em win, that's the moment of truth no one can spin away. In the end, the Browns stand at crossroads we wrote about but didn't expect. This isn't about draft position or legacy comfort. It's about identity. The lightning strike carries no caution. You catch it, or you stand in the ruins. Cleveland hasn't just found a QB room disruption. They've found a calling. Either they crown Shedeur quickly, or their hesitation will echo in crowd chants and highlight real failures. The city deserves better. The moment demands it. And the future, it turns out, already owns a jersey. Subscribe and never miss the ripple that defines franchises. Because Cleveland just got real and no rewind buttons coming.